Hi guys, today I'm going to do my favourite Soap & Glory products of the moment. I have done videos like this in the past, kind of best and worst from Soap & Glory, so you may have seen those before. If you want to check those out, I'll try and remember to link them in down below. You know I'm horrendous at remembering things, but I'll try and remember so you can see my thoughts on some other products and maybe how my thoughts have changed over the years on various other products as well. This video is sponsored by Soap & Glory in conjunction with an offer that they're doing with Boots, whereby if you spend £10 on Soap & Glory products, you will get a free Righteous Butter, which apparently every 20 seconds one of these is sold, which is kind of insane. I know we all love this stuff, but it is a big number. You know, one every 20 seconds is a lot. So I'm going to get into this, and I'm also going to tell you at the end of the video how you could win one of 20 of these. But first of all, I'm going to start with makeup because it's the thing I've got the least of in terms of favourite products from the brand. I haven't tried a tremendous amount of stuff from Soap & Glory's makeup range, but I'm definitely more of a kind of a bath and body person, but I thought I'd throw it in there for those of you that want some recommendations. First of all, something I use all the time is the Archery pencil, and I've mentioned this, I'll put this one down. I've mentioned this a few times. It's not my favourite brow pencil, but for the money, the colour is very, very good for very, very blonde hair. I realise I don't have very, very blonde hair right now, but I usually do. And it's this kind of slightly waxy, slightly dry. It's really difficult to describe the texture. It's not quite as soft as I would like it to be because I kind of have to press on a little bit harder than I would like. But then at the same time, if you are heavy-handed like me, you're not going to end up with really, really uber bold brows by accident. But it is a very, very nice, not too heavy product for filling in very light brows. But the thing I really like about this is the spoolie on the end. So few products have one of these, and it's an absolute essential. Maybe I don't use the pencil every single day, but I definitely use the spoolie every day, and it's just a really handy little product to have. The next thing is lipstick, and I think this might be only one of 2 or 3 that I have from the brand, but this colour is amazing, and I know that if you've tried this colour, before I even tell you what it is, this is your favourite too. It is Pom Pom. Maybe not something for this particular season, but in the autumn winter I wear this a lot. It's a really nice kind of neutral, I say neutral, I know it's not a neutral, but you know what I mean. It's not kind of got a real pull to a red or a pink. It's kind of almost like a brownie ready pink. World's worst describer of colours. I just really, really like the colour, and I think that the texture is very nice as well. I'm a matte kind of person. I think that it is, if you can hear that, that's Milo. I think that it is a matte lipstick. I don't know whether or not it's even described as that anywhere on the tube. I can't see that it is, but I think it kind of is kind of a creamy matte texture. Next I have 2 powders. One of them is one heck of a blot. This is a new one for me because my other one fell apart in a big way. You may remember I used to talk about this a lot. It's a very, very heavy blotting powder. It's not something that I necessarily would actually use as blotting powder. It's not something I would use as the powder that I applied throughout the day. I wouldn't kind of touch up with it because it is quite heavy. But if you are very oily like me, you can't, I don't know if you can make that out, but it has got kind of an embossed, there you go. It says powder with stars around it. I like that. Very kind of on brand. But for very, very oily girls like me, if you put this on at the beginning of the day, I find that it can look a little bit too much, and then within an hour, as my oil produces on my skin, it absorbs all of that and looks perfect. So it's more of a prevention kind of powder than a blotting powder for me, but it does blot in the way that it absorbs throughout the day. Next is something that I've discovered really recently, and it is Peach Party. It's got this kind of like Ariana Grande look-alike on the front of it. And for those of you that watched my recent video, I did a get ready with me for some higher end products that I've been really enjoying. And one of those products was the MAC Stereo Rose. Now this isn't entirely a dupe for that. I would say it's slightly warmer. I've got it on today, but you can see that sheen, can't you? It's got more of a metallic sheen than just a delicate sheen like the MAC one does, but and it's slightly warmer. I probably could have put less on. It's a slightly heavier colour, so I probably could have just done one quick sweep and it would have been enough. But this is beautiful, and if you are looking for Stereo Rose and you can't find it because obviously it's limited edition, or you just don't want to spend as much money, I would recommend that you give this a go first because I've been really, really impressed with it. It is the Blush Brick, and it's called Apricot Jam, and that is what that's called. Is Peach Party the name then, or is it Peach Party and it's Apricot Jam? I don't know, you tell me, but I really like that one. So that's it for makeup products. Then we're going to move on to kind of bath and body, and I think I have 2 skincare products too, let's see. Yes, so we'll move on to bath and body because this is the segment that I know all of you have favourites in yourself. Obviously the Righteous Butter, The thing that I love about this, I love the whole scent of Soap & Glory's kind of original pink range. There are other ones, I'm not a big fan of the Sugar Crush range. It kind of smells like ice cream sundae to me. Other people have said different things. They've said it's like zesty and stuff, but there's something very ice cream sundae, like, you know, like an original proper, did they call, not ice cream sundae, ice cream soda, you know, like ice cream in lemonade. It just smells exactly like that to me, and I'm not, that's not my kind of thing. But this original range I love. I also really like the one, what's it called? There's another one that's kind of got like a hot scrub in it, and I really like that one as well. Anyone? It'll come to me. But this is my favourite. Oh, and I have gone through so many tubs of this. I discovered this when I was pregnant, and I think I compared it to a belly butter that was considerably more expensive for a lesser product, and I kind of not recommended, I researched and compared the ingredients inside it and decided that this was actually much better for my skin. And I just used to absolutely cover myself in this stuff when I was pregnant, and that was coming on for 4 years ago now, and I've been using it ever since. I just love it. I really like the one that comes in the lotion with the pump as well, but this feels a little bit more luxurious. It's heavier on the skin, and if you are looking for kind of a bit of a, it is a pampering kind of thing, then this feels really, really nice, but the scent lingers. That's always been my favourite thing about this, and if ever I find another product that does a similar thing, I will always say, like the Righteous Butter, it smells so amazing when you put it on, and then it's that thing where if you go to bed, you get up in the morning, you can smell it, but when you go to bed the following night, everything just smells of the Righteous Butter, and I love it so much. So this has been a huge favourite of mine over the years. The next product is the Breakfast Scrub. This is something that so many of you told me I needed to try for the longest time, and I've only used it once or twice so far, but it's so, so nice. I expected it to smell like the Righteous Butter, but it's completely different, because I thought, you know, pink lid, it's kind of all with that range, but it's not. It smells exactly like maple syrup. It does say down here somewhere, great maple scent. And it's got organic, oh my goodness, I should never have attempted this. Please, someone tell me how to say that. It's CUPUACU, Bio Scrubs, I can say that part of it. Bananas, almond and honey extracts. It's just so, so nice, and it does smell like breakfast. Yeah, it's called the Breakfast Scrub, and you can kind of see why once you start using it. I was a little bit disappointed that it didn't have that original scent, but it smells so nice that I've kind of got over it. It's very, very scrubby, so if you like those kind of non-scrubs that I kind of feel like, where they kind of got that like a shower gel or a body lotion that's got a little sprinkling of something in it. I hate those kind of scrubs. I like something that I feel like is going to get off a layer of something on my skin. This is like the latter product. It has got a slight residue that it leaves behind that makes your skin feel a little bit soothed, but it's not kind of oily or anything like other products that I've maybe not liked so much in the past. Really, really like that one. I can't believe it's taken me so long to try it. Clean On Me is again something that I've had for a million years. I've had this off and on and it lasts forever. Usually by the time I've used it up, I'm like, oh, I've got to try something else because it's been 6 months. But I've repurchased this one, I think. I forget what the price is, but it's kind of not an expensive product at all. And usually, as we know, they do some kind of 3 for 2 or an offer in Boots, like a free Righteous Butter. So that's normally when I end up purchasing my body products from Boots. But this smells exactly like the original scent. And it's really nice if you use it with kind of exfoliating gloves or one of those like mesh, whatever they're called, shower, flower, loofah, puff, whatever you want to call them. If you use one with one of those, then they really, really lather up. I used to just use it with my hands, and I thought it's not lasting me very long, and that's why, because you have to put it in something like a sponge or something to get a good lather. The last product I used to really dislike, and I now really like. Now it depends on what kind of product that you are looking for as to why you might choose this and why you might dislike this. Because I like a foot cream usually that you can have a massage with, because you know, convince the husband to give you a foot rub. If you give him something that's going to absorb really quickly or become really tacky, then it's going to last about 30 seconds. And that's why I didn't like this one. When I discovered how you were supposed to use it and the use that makes it the most or makes the most of the product, then I really, really liked it. And if you are giving yourself a pedicure, this is amazing. I would paint my nails, do kind of my buffing and scrubbing and stuff with my feet. When everything's dry, I just saw a cat go across my garden, that freaked me out a little bit. When everything's dry, I put it all over my feet. Maybe with socks on, but I really struggle with socks. I'm a weird person who has insanely hot feet all the time, so I definitely can't sleep in socks, but maybe during the day, preferably at a time where I can kind of put my feet up and I don't have to go anywhere. put a load of this on my feet, leave it for as long as possible, and when you rinse your feet or you kind of rub it into your feet, so that you don't have that kind of issue of walking around and sliding all over the place, it softens everything up. So nice, but it's tacky. So that's the only thing. You can't really massage this into your feet. You can't get a foot rub with this, but something happens. It kind of like envelopes your feet and seals everything in, and then your feet are just soft and amazing. So it works, but not if you're wanting something for massage. Last two products are skincare products. And skincare products I've mentioned at length before. You may remember Peaches and Clean. I saved one of the best till last. Now, they changed the packaging of this, and I don't know whether or not they actually changed the formula, but they've had 3 lots of packaging. The original one was kind of tall and skinny. It was littler than this, and it said 4-in-1 wash off. And I like it as a cleanser, it's okay, but I like my cleanser to remove my eye makeup and stuff, and this doesn't really work on my eyes, it stings. So I'll use this as my second cleanse, or more often than not, I will use it as a mask. And you guys that have been watching me for a long time will know I love this stuff as a mask, it's amazing. So I put a thick layer on my clean skin and leave it for as long as I can stand. When I take it off, my skin is a little bit pink. This is not going to be for everyone. If you use it as a cleanser, it's not going to be the same kind of problem. And it smells amazing too, kind of like a peachy mint sweet scent. But if I use it as a mask, it's got some kind of like fruit enzymes in it or something that exfoliate, and everything feels so soft and smooth after using it that way. And I do not have sensitive skin, so that's just a warning. If you have sensitive skin, maybe don't leave it on for too long, because it's definitely effective. There's something in this that works. And obviously whatever is in it is designed to work in a very short period of time if it's supposed to be on your skin for just a cleanse. So if you leave it on for longer, then that's not going to be for everyone. But for me, and for those of you that like that kind of tingling sensation, like you feel that it's working, I absolutely love it. And the previous version, I felt like the one in the middle didn't quite do it for me, and the newest packaging is working for me again. So whether I just got so used to it, like my skin became immune to it, and then for that period where they had that packaging, it just stopped working, and now it works again because I haven't used it for a while, or the formula changed in the middle, I don't know. But the first packaging said 4-in-1, the second packaging said 3-in-1, and it says 4-in-1 again now, so they may just be playing with my mind, but I think it might be different. The last thing is the Fabe Pore Mask. It's the 2-in-1 facial mask and peel. Now don't be put off by the fact that it says peel. It's not a facial peeling that your skin's gonna like peel off. It's also not a peel off mask. I don't entirely know why it's called a peel, but it looks like this. This has changed slightly as well, but the formula is pretty much identical. It used to be kind of a creamy looking mask with blue dots in it, and now it's a blue looking mask with blue dots in it, but it's identical to what it always used to be. One of the only masks that I've ever used that really genuinely diminishes the look of my pores. It's a temporary effect, so it's not something that's gonna work wonders, it's not a miracle, but it's something that I know you can't close your pores, but it really does make them look like they are much smaller than they were when you started out. I will use it all over my face if I've got kind of breakouts to deal with, but if it is just a pore situation, I just kind of put it over that area, maybe my chin, maybe my forehead, depending on how I feel. But it's the best, it's the best pore mask I've ever used. Any of these products that I've mentioned, if I have done reviews on them or mentioned them in videos, then I'll link them below so you can see other videos where I've talked about them. But the most of these products I've spoken about at length in the past, so most of them will not be a surprise to any of you. You could probably have guessed what my lineup of best of would have been. But I hope you've enjoyed this. Now I am able to give away 20 of the Righteous Butter masks. I'm going to leave a link below to a post where you can basically just enter through the Rafflecopter app. It's just the best way for me to be able to pick winners fairly. I know I'm not kind of subconsciously drawn to usernames I've seen a lot. You know, you just never know, and I like to be able to do it that way just because it is fair, and I know that every person's vote is counted, or every person's entry is counted, because sometimes YouTube kind of spazzes out and loses kind of comments and stuff, and quite often people will comment like, I don't know where my comment is from previously, but I'm commenting again, and it just all gets a little bit messy when you do it through YouTube comments. So very occasionally I'll do it that way, but I prefer to use Rafflecopter because I think it's fairer. So I will leave a link below for you to enter that competition, and it'll have all the terms and conditions in that post too. But yeah, that is everything I have to say about my favourite Soap & Glory products. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please feel free to leave your own comments below, you know, what are your best and worst from the brand, and don't forget to enter the competition, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!